when I caught on to what he was saying, he did not say believe.
It's all right, bro.
So I was like,
you saw that's personal though. That's personal.
That's personal.
You making it personal.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make that part personal.
Some said, "Oh Lord, I done went too far. I done went too far."
Hey, why is it always that post? There's always that post where like, or that meme or that whatever, where like you're like, oh man, I done got to that part of the internet.
Yeah, I'm too far.
I'm too far.
I'm too far.
Baby, save me.
Yeah.
Person. He orders the burger. He's like, oh man, it's so big, it's so black, it's this, it's that.
Come on, bro.
And he tastes it. He's like, oh, it's succulent, it's this, it's that. So he was trolling the situation.
100%.
And I was like, is this a real restaurant?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fact. Not for real.
Even in that moment.
But I got you.
I know. But we ain't got to do all that.
Come on now. Like, feels like to me, I just give you a glass of whiskey.
Right.
My name is Travay Hatton.
This is Rob Palacio. This is going to be a beautiful thing for sure.
Even though I'm not drinking,
Yeah.
I do have a bit of cocktails I've been wanting to talk to you about. Just that I've been seeing. So one was a lavender old fashioned.
A lavender old fashioned?
I seen somebody making it.
I'm listening.
I know. And it was one you sent me, but the lavender old fashioned was orange bitters, Woodford Reserve rye.
Okay.
Simple syrup, lavender syrup.
Okay.
And then a little bit of simple syrup. So and then it was garnished with orange.
Okay.
Not a cherry, just the orange.
So I'm gonna have to have that when the wife's not around.
Yeah, because that's not, I don't know.
She's allergic to lavender.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I seen it. I don't think I'm gonna like it.
Okay. That sounds iffy.
For sure.
But I'll try it.
Lavender and bourbon.
Yeah.
Probably trash for real.
Right.
But
have you noticed a trend in like this? Everyone's trying to hop on the old fashioned train.
100%.
This is started a few years ago. I want to say in the 2013 or so.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that like people were starting to drink old fashions, which is around the time I started drinking them. So maybe I was a part of that little whatever. But I noticed now that it's coming back around. And now the thing about that is people are trying to get, like everything else on social media, people are trying to get way too creative. And that's where you get this lavender old fashioned and all these different mixes of old fashions. And there are some purists who are like, nope, only high quality bourbon, a little sugar cube if you really want to be accurate,
man,
and some bitters and whatever. And some people aren't even okay with simple syrup. They like, you take that sugar cube.
I think, but you know what's crazy? I think they're all right though.
Yeah, I like the simple syrup. I don't mind. I like even the creative simple syrups.
Yeah, like honey cinnamon simple.
Yeah,
or like a lavender simple or vanilla simple syrup. Right. Those are good.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. They're all right.
Like give it just a little taste. You know, you don't want to over sugar because you want the bourbon to come through. You're supposed to love bourbon if you are drinking old fashions.
Mm-hmm.
You should have more bourbon than you have anything else. Like make bourbon, some smoke.
Now. Of course.
But you know what you're doing. That's why I get them from you.
Come on now. Like, it feels like to me, I just give you a glass of whiskey.
Right. But then I ask for something else.
you like, what is this mess? I think if you're a bourbon enthusiast or a whiskey enthusiast,
right.
They are not the same. One can be the other, but the other can't be
one. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Only one can be bourbon.
Yeah. Only one can be bourbon. And so what I was going to say is I think they're all right. Like the people that are experimenting with bourbon and whiskey, because I do think because sometimes even though a lot of the ideas are stupid, I think that sometimes you do stumble across something great.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of mixology. I think a lot of mixologists do amazing work, but I think some of their greatest creations comes from a series of failures. So they try this.
Sure.
That's a part of the process.
Right.
So you try this, you try that, but sometimes because of social media, you put a product out there that you feel is good.
Right.
that's not really good.
Right.
And then people try it. And then that makes everybody feel like you don't know what you're talking about.
And
you know what I mean?
I think sometimes things come to you over time with age, with, you know, kind of being immersed in that culture or whatever. Because there's a point in time I would not have drunk or drank an old fashioned.
Why?
Because I wasn't into bourbon like that or whiskey like that.
And I dove in the deep end.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I did too when I first started. Because like the first thing I started drinking was Hennessy.
Oh yeah, well you was just on the other side.
Like
of
I
it.
didn't even start with beer. I got into beer when I was 30.
Really?
Yeah.
I was a bartender though early, so
Okay.
it was different for me.
Yeah, so it started with whiskey and you know, all those classic hood drinks and whatever.
The sidecar.
I mean Cisco, you know, yeah.
Okay.
Alizé.
Alizé.
Yeah. Gin, you know, that's gin and juice, obviously, that type of stuff. And I did that. I did the Hennessy thing for a long time. And then about the time I hit 30, I tried beer. And around that same craft beers. And that's was like, oh, beer isn't too bad. And I fell in love with IPAs, Lagunitas.
Oh, I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah. So it started there for me. And then
Space Dust.
Yeah, Space Dust is one of them too. And then I found French Connections. Because I was a Hennessy drinker. So somebody was like, you ever try Hennessy and Grand Marnier? And I was like, no.
That has two names around these parts. People also call it a beautiful, just so you know.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I always get confused because
Yeah.
the French Connection in South Carolina, though, or on the East Coast, is Disaronno
Oh,
and Grand Marnier.
that's interesting. So I know it came from the movie, The French Connection.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, and he would order, and what it is two French cognacs or two French items or whatever. So the cognac and the liqueur.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But go ahead.
yeah. So anyway, I got into that, and then I transitioned into cocktails, high-end cocktails.
I'm telling you, that's a beautiful place to be.
Yeah, and that's where I fell in love, and that's kind of where I wanted to stay. And even then, at that point, I still wasn't into wine. Wine has been the thing for me for the last, when I meet Gen 5,
That's a different drunk, though.
about 6-7 years.
It's a different buzz.
Yeah.
That wine buzz have you a little, and we done talked about this before on the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know a ton about wine. I'm just gonna be fully transparent.
Right.
But I like wine.
Yeah. I know a guy that could teach you a little something. His
Come
name
on
is
now.
Walter Carter.
I'm telling you right now. I already know.
We already know. You know.
I already know. He had me in there time. I said, "What was that one you just poured up?"
Yeah.
Let me get a little bit more of that one right there. Yeah.
No, seriously. You and the wife, one of these days,
Next year.
take a day. You're fine next year. Take a day. You know, Jen and I will watch the kids. Y'all go on to wine country. Have a date. Come back, pick up the kids, and go about your business.
And we can't do that though. And I'm gonna tell you why. I am incapable of leaving a good time right there and coming back to my kids like that. All the way back to Corona.
Well, see, that's why. Because this is why I love the culture of wine tasting. Because you know your limit, right? Like you're old enough to where, and you're a bartender, so you know your limit. So right before the good time starts to turn into a really good time, you're gonna be like, I'm done. So this is why you go and you do a tasting. You don't go there to drink wine, you go do a tasting.
Yeah, right.
So Jen and I usually, we could go to maybe 3 or 4 wineries and you know, do a tasting. Tastings are like $25 each or something like that. Depending on where you go, $25-$30. You taste 5 different wines. They pour you like a half ounce or an ounce each or whatever. And we'll share a tasting sometimes rather than she gets a tasting, I get a tasting. We'll just share. And then, you know, by the time we get to the 3rd, 4th one, we're like, so is this one of those days or are we done here?
Or we going home.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like pick your poison.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, we drove. So only one of us can continue this ride.
Yeah, let's think about this, baby.
Let's think about this carefully. So, and usually that's where we stop, you know. But nowadays, we do that every blue moon because we have our winery and we go there all the time. So we'll have our glass and then maybe we'll have 2 or 3 glasses depending on the day. And then, you know, we'll go home. So it's very easy to not get drunk. That's why I like wine. Like it's a lot harder to go to a bar, savage, and like just have one cocktail and be like, I'm out because your favorite bartender, Travay.
You ain't leaving.
Right.
You know my slogan.
So, you know, over there in wine country, I could have my little and then bounce and it's chill. I like that. And that's why I think it's perfect for a date night, because you don't got to go there to get saucy.
I think, yeah. See that I can't do it though. That's
I
my
think you
problem
can.
right now.
I think you can.
I like the idea of just going out and having a cocktail, talking a little bit, and chilling. I think not that it's anything about social status or where you are in your life. I just think the idea of craft cocktails is great, and the reason I'm saying that is you go somewhere. It's not just vodka and cranberry. It's not just tequila and Sprite, whatever you drink, right? Somebody took the time to make a balanced drink. You get a little bit of this, you get a little bit of that. And it's even better when you're able to pair it with food, right? You get a cocktail.
That's what I love about wine, though. It's just that
it's amazing.
the difference with wine is that you don't have the person that, like you don't have a mixologist or a bartender making that right in front of you. All the work happened in the background, right? The way that they planted the grapes, the way that they treated the grapes, they harvested the grapes, how they mixed it, to be what it is, whether it's just one grape or it's a blend, how long they let it sit in the container, how long they let it sit in the bottle, when they decided this is ready to be served, whether it's chilled or room temperature, what food it goes with. Sometimes I'll text Walter and I'm like, hey, I got this wine. Do you know about this wine? What should I pair it with? And he'll be like, oh, like have that with this or that. One time I saw an article about chilling red wine. I said, hey, as someone who knows about wine, what do you think? And he gave me a lot of advice. He goes, hey, it's your own experience. But also, like, there is a thing about chilling red wine, even though we don't typically chill red wine. And I was like, this is really interesting. So it's, I'm glad. I know everyone doesn't have access to a person like that, but it's such a unique experience. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then the vintages, they taste different. Like I came across a 2016 version of a bottle. Like it was what made me fall in love with the winery that I'm a member at. And I never seen it since because well, I mean, it was gone, right? Okay. So they only make so many bottles. You can only produce so many. And I happened to go there, and they're like, "We found 10 bottles." And I'm like, "What?" So I bought like 3 of them, and I'm like, "Oh my God, this is what I remember from 2018." Like to have that experience, and you can have that with craft cocktails, except that the bartender, there's a mixologist probably in the background who took time and made that drink, and the bartender is pouring their version of what that person designed.
Yep.
Right? So in your scenario, maybe Nikki designed his drink, right? But every time you pour it, that's a Travay touch. Because Travay doing that might have a little more of this and a little more of that. And it could still be in spec, but just a little something else.
It's all about feel, baby.
Right. And this is why we all, with the personality, we all go like, I like to go there when this bartender is working or that bartender is working. I can always tell.
Yep.
And it's not even a good or bad because no one in Savage has ever made me a bad drink. Let me set that straight.
Yeah, anywhere.
Anywhere. But I can tell a different Man of War when Travay make it versus when Alex make it versus when Nikki make it. It's just different. And it's all different and it's all beautiful and I love it.
And it's also like how that person makes you feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're in there.
Yeah.
Chopping it up.
Right.
The atmosphere. You know, I'm ready to talk about sports.
Yeah.
We kicking back. It's like you're at the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the whole thing, man. I'm not drinking. Let me go and put it out right now. All right? I ain't drinking. You got me thinking I need to have me a cocktail right now, boy. I ain't lying.
Your time will come. Right now, you on a mission.
Man, that was the most boring Super Bowl ever.
You think so?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It was frustrating. I wasn't bored.
You're a fan of a team that was in it. I think for the casual viewer, it was hard to watch.
I can buy that. But before you get into this,
what?
Happy anniversary.
Oh, man, it's been a year?
It's been a year. It's been a year, brother.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? It's been a year.
1 year ago, we started with a podcast talking about the Super Bowl. Well, before that, but that was our breakthrough episode.
Why can't we be friends?
But go ahead with your Super Bowl
Maybe
rant.
a 2 year, since I ain't drinking this year. Maybe a 2 year we'll have a shot on the pod. We'll go crazy.
Yeah, we'll get there when you get there.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
We'll get there when you get
When
there.
you get there,
I
yeah.
like that.
Or Cooley, I'll see you when you get there.
All right, takes on the Super Bowl. I'm gonna give you your time to shine. All right, so first of all, I gotta give you the whole background of our trip. We were up in the mountains. Didn't snow. It was actually like almost 70 degrees.
This is Super Bowl weekend for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was almost 70 degrees. I got up, started prepping my food. Everybody helped clean out the flat top, clean out the charcoal grill, getting stuff going. We watching the end of golf. We had one of those boxes, where one of the boxes. So we trying to get the game, but we noticed that the box is delayed from the TV inside the house. So we're like, oh, shoot, that's going to be an issue. So we try to go grab the Spectrum box from downstairs and bring it up. Game's about to start. Now we worried about if we're going to catch the game one time. Finally, the Spectrum box didn't work. We take the box back. We bring the original box back up. And then we tell everybody who's inside not to be loud because they like 30 seconds ahead of us. Half our family's in the house. Okay. Half of us are watching the game outside because it's not comfortable seating in both places.
Okay.
So we end up working out that way. So I'm a football, like we watch football.
Okay.
My experience in the first quarter was like, all right, they hitting.
Right. The defense was on point, both sides.
They was hitting, but unfortunately for the casual, I'm not even gonna say casual. Throughout the regular season, actual people that know football are watching football. For the Super Bowl, everybody watches the Super Bowl, just about.
Right.
So you get like 30% more viewers or whatever that number is, right? They don't understand football. Only thing they want to see is a touchdown.
Yeah, offense.
Points, right? So we're in the house, and I could just see everybody fading because it's field goal.
Right.
Field goal.
Nothing.
Field goal.
Nothing.
Field goal.
Yeah.
And so
all the way to the third quarter.
That's what I'm saying. We had people falling asleep.
Right.
They're like, I can't do it. Like, I need, and we usually pretty, we turn up.
The first two quarters, I was like, okay, like towards the end of the first half, I was kind of like, something need to happen.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the beginning of the fourth quarter was lit. And what's crazy is like my family woke up at that time too. Like everybody kind of got their stuff together. And then Mac Hollins scored a touchdown. And then the Seahawks scored another touchdown. And then it was the fumble return. Oh, bro, it was lit. Like it just turned into a good time towards the end. And I'm gonna be real with you. For a split second, I could almost see the Patriots come back and winning.
Yeah, there was a moment.
There was like a
moment.
I could see it. I was like, and honestly, like I was like cheering for the Patriots.
Yeah, Drake May went on a little tangent, like 3 or 4 passes.
He was going crazy.
Yeah, and I think they scored that first touchdown. Came back and was like, oh, okay, we waking up. This is gonna be a game. But I knew this wasn't gonna happen.
Why?
It was fine.
That's how
I'm not even mad. I'm not hurt.
It was that energy right there.
I'm not even hurt.
Yes, you are.
I'm not hurt. So to address the first thing you said, as a actual football fan, what I've come to realize, there are very few Super Bowls that are competitive both ways, where both sides are really going at it.
There's very few. Yep.
That doesn't happen often. There are also other Super Bowls that it's fun for the first 2 quarters.
Yep.
Because somebody's getting the brakes beaten off them.
And in the second half, that's how last year.
And the second half, no, and you're bored the second half. So what would you rather? Most of America would rather a crazy first half game over by halftime.
Yep, because they can drink.
And third, fourth quarter, they drinking and partying.
Yep.
That's what they would rather. And the score's kind of on in the background. Right? I don't like that because I want to watch football.
You want to watch a full game.
Right. So I would like it to be competitive for 3 quarters.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Feel each other out in the first.
The first quarter, like it's going to go back and forth. Maybe a field goal, maybe nothing at all. Everyone's got the jitters. Stupid things happen sometimes.
Been 2 weeks.
Yeah, that type of thing, right? So when they both started off with the hitting, I was like, oh, both teams is amped. And this is going to be closer than anybody thinks. I thought maybe a total of 17 points would be scored.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the winning team.
All together?
For the winning team.
Oh, for the winning team. Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be pretty lucky if we get in the 20s. That's what I thought. Guess I was wrong. Right.
It ended up being a decently scored game, though.
Yeah.
When you look at the sheet at the end.
There's a lot of garbage time in there.
100%.
You know.
The last 6 minutes.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is, but I thought it was fairly competitive until it wasn't. But the Patriots were not built. We were not supposed to be in the Super Bowl. We're not. And if I'm being completely honest, if Bo Nix doesn't get hurt, we don't get past Denver.
I don't know. I can't say that, though.
Did
y'all play them in the regular season?
He's ready. I don't think so.
Yeah, did.
I don't remember at this point.
Yeah, Bo Nix is ready, though.
Yeah, Bo Nix is ready. And so, and that relationship might be fractured because his coach had a lot of weird shit to say. So
about what?
About Bo Nix being injured, about a bunch of other kind of stuff.
Almost like not believing in him.
No, I don't. I wish I could remember his statement. I should probably look it up. But
go ahead.
Yeah, but it got a little wild, and he's having his surgery. He's gonna be out for a little bit, but we don't get past that round. I believe we deserve to be there up until that point, and it should have been Denver in the Super Bowl. So the fact that we made it that far and we still were able to overthrow Denver was a testament to the work that they put in and how ready they're going to be in the future. Drake May was not ready for that. He's too young. And it showed. It showed. He looked like a baby out there. And I'm sorry he had to go through that, but watch how crazy he come back. Because he's that dude. I believe in that dude.
Okay, so as a Patriot
fan.
He
took an L early and he should.
As a Patriot fan, you feel good.
Yeah.
It was a successful season. Not even being funny.
Successful? No, I think successful is
Super Bowl victory.
That's an understatement.
Oh, it's an understatement.
We're not supposed to be there. Like we might as well have. I mean, this is a little off top, but like, we weren't supposed to be there. So to me, that was like damn near the equivalent of a Super Bowl.
Okay.
In terms of a team getting ready to be that team.
Yep.
Like this team that's coming. Mark my words, y'all gonna have problems for the next 10 years.
Yeah, because he got the experience now.
Yeah, now watch when we come back. It's going to be, if you were worried last year, if you think we just had an easy schedule and that we didn't deserve to be there, watch what happened next year.
Yeah, because they're gonna turn it up.
This was a win. This was a W because he's never going to want to feel. That's why I was glad when he did his interview and he was crying. I know he cared. I know he cared.
Oh, yeah, it hurt. Of course.
Right. And they are all still together. A few faces probably won't be there next year, but we're going to be practically the same team, same coach, same structure.
I don't know how I feel about the week team argument. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how I feel about the week, like a week schedule or he played not good opponent.
You got to play who's in front of you.
That's what I'm saying. Like when the schedule's released, you don't know that
right.
This is what those teams are going to play, right?
Right.
Like you don't know that. Like same thing happened to Philly like last year or 2 years ago, I think. Like you don't know that team ain't gonna win no game.
Right.
How you supposed to know that? Going into the season, nobody thought the Patriots were gonna be that successful.
Right.
So like the argument can kind of go both ways, if that makes sense.
It all evens out.
Except
for like in sports, people forget like the crazy thing about football is almost all the other sports have what do you call those? A tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Best of 7, best of 5, whatever. Right?
One game, baby.
Football is any given Sunday.
One game.
Any given Sunday. You bring it all right then and there, or you don't, and it's over. And there's a lot of factors that come into that, and there's a little bit of luck in there, but, most of it is going to be.
But, bro, could you imagine? I mean, just picture. Could you imagine football being a 3-game series?
No one would survive it. You wouldn't survive a season.
Like, bro.
You can't.
Could you let's just say not even a season.
You could do best of 3 if you do one game every third week or something. It'll take a month to get a series done.
That's what I'm saying. Like, could you imagine football, the Super Bowl being played 3 times?
I mean,
that sounds horrible.
That sounds horrible. Yeah, that don't even sound exciting.
I think that's why the Super Bowl is so dope because it's winter go home.
Yeah, it's
winter go home. You bring it
that, and that's the reason why they give you 2 weeks off before. Like,
lock in.
Whatever happened before, lock it in, collect yourselves, and come out there one more time before you got a couple of months off.
Man, but the Super Bowl is so dragged out, man. They literally go into at warm-ups.
Mm-hmm.
They go back in for an hour for all the festivities.
Yeah.
Then at halftime,
Yeah. It's longer than usual.
no, it's like an hour. It's another hour.
Yeah.
That they just sitting in there. Bro, after an hour, bro, my body I'm reset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I ain't even playing the same game.
Yeah.
So I like to say that factors in a whole bunch in the mental aspect of playing a football game.
Of course.
I saw the short you did.
Okay. Talk to me.
About the halftime show.
Yep.
And you know I back you 100%.
Mm-hmm.
The halftime show for me, I'm gonna be honest, you guys, I don't know a lot of Bad Bunny songs. I've heard them before, but I didn't know a lot about them. I tried to listen to a few tracks.
Yeah.
Me, myself, who I am, was I up dancing? Heck yeah, because that's Travay.
Right.
Like, but the majority of my family, like,
right.
They just kind of looked at the TV. We enjoyed it.
Well, apparently.
I ain't gonna say we enjoyed it. I ain't gonna speak for everybody.
Oh, shit.
Some people in my family did not enjoy it.
Some people didn't enjoy it. And that's okay. But I want to say, that's what I want to say. I want to say, if you are someone who didn't enjoy it, that doesn't make you racist.
Yeah.
It just means you didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
For me, my best friend of all time is Mexican. You know,
I didn't know anything.
My parents are from Central America. I grew up in Los Angeles. I've been around Hispanic music and culture all my life. Mm-hmm. I will walk my ass by myself into a taqueria where there's no English being spoken, and I will order my food successfully every time.
Oh, yeah.
And sit there, you know, and be comfortable. Like, it's a very comfortable setting for me.
Mm-hmm.
So understand when I say what I'm saying, not to you, but to you, and to you, and to you, you know, that, like, this is not a problem for me. However, I do not know Bad Bunny.
Oh,
I've been hearing that name for
me too,
2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And at first I thought it was a woman, Bad Bunny. You know what I mean? So turns out it's a guy. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Have I heard some music without knowing that was him? I guess so.
That's what I'm saying. I was the same way.
Right.
But I didn't know that was him.
I didn't know that was him. And that's not my flavor of everyday music listening. So I'm probably sure for 90% of America, you know, that's the same thing. But what I would say is, if I was watching the Super Bowl at a Mexican restaurant where that was the flavor, or a friend's house who's Hispanic, and that was the flavor, and I was immersed in that world,
be lit.
It probably would have been lit for me.
It lit.
It'd have been fine.
I know.
But I approached my Super Bowl from I had some personal things going on, so I stayed home.
Yeah.
But besides that, I did it traditionally, which is I'm in the confines of a house, drinking my beer, eating my nachos, you know, having my hot wings, whatever I was enjoying with my beer and all that. And I'm sitting there with my family, and this comes on, and I felt nothing because it just didn't go.
First of all, you can't relate because you don't know about it.
I couldn't relate because I couldn't understand.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Mm-hmm.
I was told afterwards, after doing some research, because I care, that there was messages inside of everything he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been helpful. His songs are in Spanish. Nothing we could do about that. Okay, perform in Spanish. However, when you have your message to say or things, whatever, say them in English so that we can follow you. So maybe we could go, oh, this dude is really trying
or subtitles.
Something.
Yeah.
Something.
That's what I said. I said subtitles.
Right. Music is supposed to be universal, but however, like, if we can't understand you, it's going to be really hard. And I felt, and again, I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth, so I want to be clear. Because you know I'm going to say, I was completely immersed in the Kendrick Lamar performance, right? Yeah. But one, it's in English, and for people who don't speak like black people do and couldn't understand certain concepts, they did something very interesting. So not only did you have the imagery that was on the field and all that, they would stop in between songs, and they would have this whole thing with
dialogue. Samuel L. Jackson
yeah. Explaining things.
I said that, yeah.
Right? So I said, oh, so even when you miss certain things, and so what it did is at the very end of it, it sparked dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
And people were talking about, well, I didn't understand this. Why was Serena Williams over there dancing like that? Blah, 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 blah. All these things. Instead, we just got a halftime show where everybody was just kind of, they showed cameras in the stands and people just standing there like they were paying attention. They wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And they're even standing up. And they're just like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
The people that feel froggish and dance because they dance to everything and that's who their personality was, they're having a good old time. But that's not most of us. But this is also not the first Super Bowl where I didn't enjoy the music. So this is not a big deal to me.
It's not.
So the fact that people are making this a big deal and saying this is racism or this is not wanting to understand someone's culture it's bullshit. Like it just wasn't made. Where the NFL went wrong is that they decided to try to capitalize on culture. They sold your culture so that they can sell more tickets. Mm-hmm. That's what that was about. Bad Bunny is a global selling artist who's touring the world. That's what it is. That's all it is.
He's pretty hot.
So they're to the point where they don't care if they piss off all of America at a Super Bowl so that Mexico will accept the NFL and all these other places and they can continue to make money globalizing the game because they had Bad Bunny.
100%.
That's all they cared about.
Check.
But if you're Hispanic and you felt represented, you should, and good for you.
And they did what they needed to do.
And they did what they needed to do.
They did what they needed.
Because last year the black people got it, but it shouldn't even be about that.
It shouldn't be that.
It should be about music and entertainment. That's it.
That's what I was about to say. I don't think it's not a black, white, Mexican. It's not that.
And I'm hearing, that's what I'm hearing now. It's like, oh, the blacks got it. The Hispanics got it. So can the Asians get it next year? That'd be interesting. So what if some Chinese artists show up next year? And, I don't know if there's any global.
Some K-pop?
Chinese, maybe K-pop. I don't know if they're global like that, selling records
K-pop
like Bad Bunny. I don't know. That's not my lane. But what if they did that and they did it completely in their language? Are we going to accept that or are we going to complain then?
We ain't got no choice.
Where's the line? Where's the line?
No choice. There ain't no line. I would like to know how that works, though. I'm curious to know how that works. I've
been saying this before this. I said this last year. They selling culture now.
Yeah, you did say that about the Kendrick Lamar
one. They're selling culture now, and we've made it okay. This is why Nas back in the day, I know, back in my day, old hip-hop head, the guy with the gray hair.
Go ahead.
Look, this is why Nas said hip-hop is dead. Because they monetize culture. It's weird now.
It is weird. I don't think K-pop has that much influence. I know for a fact when you up in the club, for me, since I'm a younger guy, 20s, they playing Bad Bunny up in the club because it's getting the women.
Getting the women out there, yeah.
It's getting the women feeling.
As it should.
And so they know that, though. Mm-hmm. His numbers show that. Mm-hmm. I don't know that it's and there's no disrespect. I don't know that it's Asian artist out there
that's that big.
In America.
That global in America. Yeah.
In America. Don't you got to think. You got to think they're looking at the numbers and influence on America, right. And they're saying, oh, this can sell.
Right.
This can sell.
No, it has been selling.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like.
But I don't know if that sells to an NFL crowd. So I just felt like that was a weird mix of things for football and that brand of music. That's all my point is. Yeah. And that's why it didn't reach me. Specifically me.
What other weird halftime shows you done heard?
Who didn't I like?
Who didn't I like?
Oh, let me think about that one.
I didn't enjoy Rihanna's show a couple years back when she was pregnant, but I understood all her songs.
I didn't like that. Yeah, I didn't like that. And there was some questionable symbolism in that one. So, yeah, it was some crazy things going on. You know what? Honestly, and it wasn't bad. It just wasn't for me. The Beyonce one didn't hit me either. Mm-hmm. To be honest, if I'm going way back in history, Janet Jackson was cool. Let's pull this up real quick.
I'm just curious, man. You've seen a lot. No offense, love you. You've seen more Super Bowls than I have in your lifetime. I think it was but for us that was pretty much the same general reaction. Like, one person won't be named, but they came out and said that Super Bowl was terrible.
Right. I mean, if I'm being honest with you, like the only thing that kind of hit me, I missed it. So I was like, oh, okay, so he got to the point where he was naming all the countries of the Americas, right? And I was like, when I caught on to what he was
Believe.
saying, he did not say believe.
It's all right, bro.
So I was like,
you saw that's personal though. That's
I'm like,
personal.
that's personal.
You making it personal.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make that part personal. So I'm like, wait a minute. But like, what missed me is
he mad, bro.
the flag was out there, front and center. It was out there, front and center. So that's why I apologize. But at first I was like, bro, how you gonna say Honduras and Guatemala? They're literally next to us.
Hey man,
and you skip us.
Bad Bunny forgot my Belizean brother right here.
Man,
forgot my Belizean. Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, so, you
but
know.
yeah. I will say though, some highlights. Though I didn't understand the music, I did enjoy the part where he gave his Grammy to the little boy.
Okay.
I thought that was dope. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it had it on the TV. Just little stuff like that, man. It was good. What are you looking at? All the Super Bowl performances?
I'm looking for the performers of all the different Super Bowls. Because that's an interesting, and I should have did that research ahead of time. What Super Bowl is that?
I think my favorite Super Bowl performance of all time, and yeah, probably because I'm from black hip hop culture, but man, when they had like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg.
Okay, so back in the day, the first early Super Bowls, it was always like someone's like band or orchestra, right?
Yep.
Before, so I know Michael Jackson, I really enjoyed his. Did Patti LaBelle do it?
Patti LaBelle.
Didn't Prince do it one year? Prince did it one year.
Yep.
I kind of remember that one. Gloria Stefan and Stevie Wonder.
That sounds fire.
I don't remember that.
Didn't Janet Jackson didn't Justin Timberlake pull a boob out?
Yeah.
That's why that show was good.
Yeah, but that's when they started coming up with rules. You know?
Cannot show your nipple on live TV.
Yeah. Oh, Phil Collins, Christina Aguilera, Enrique Iglesias, Tony Braxton. So, like, these things were not memorable to me. I remember Aerosmith and NSYNC, U2, Shania Twain, no doubt, one year. Janet Jackson, P. Diddy, Nelly, Kid Rock, Justin Timberlake, Jessica Simpson. Okay. Paul McCartney.
They can't be that good, though, if you don't got no memory of them like that, though.
Yeah, and the Rolling Stones. But see, some of these I got to take back because I was a younger dude, obviously. So, like, when U2 or Aerosmith is there, I'm like, I wasn't listening to that music.
Yeah.
As an older man now, well, I'd say by the time I hit 30, I would have enjoyed that because, like, my palette of music was greater. You know what I mean? So, you know, I remember when some of these artists would come out, I'm like, I don't care.
So,
Bruce Springsteen, yeah.
Bad Bunny.
Bruce Springsteen.
Was Bad Bunny the first Spanish-speaking performer?
No, because Enrique Iglesias was there, so was Gloria Estefan.
Are all their songs in Spanish?
Probably not. They probably had lyrics or like verses, things like that.
That people knew?
Yeah. But like,
okay.
I've seen the argument of people like, oh, like you enjoyed the Macarena song, right?
Huh?
You know, because that's like not
Who
in
said
English.
that?
Like I've seen it. Like people, like I've literally seen those
Well,
arguments.
what is it called? That's just something that's understood amongst a lot of people. Like if that makes sense.
But the difference is they're not understanding that those were cultural phenomenons. And that was a part of the situation, right? Is that it was so popular, not just with your pocket of like, whatever your demographic is, I'm young or I'm this race and we all like it. It was a cultural phenomenon because it's something that started somewhere else, came to America, and all of America accepted it and was dancing and whatever. And I would say that's the issue with Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny may be reaching the young Hispanic community.
I think
and maybe the young community that's going to clubs.
Yeah.
Whether they understand it or not. But it's not permeating through culture in terms of like the average working adult with children and families
100%.
are also playing that. That's what the Macarena did. The kids, the adults, the old people even were all like Macarena. Whatever that is, right? That's the difference.
Yeah.
So everyone couldn't go, oh, this guy. So for a lot of people, they go, Bad Bunny, who is that?
Yeah, no, I did too, 100%. When I first moved here, not when I first moved here, it wasn't that. But I remember Alejandro and Austin talking about Bad Bunny, and I was like, "Who is Bad Bunny?"
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just, I ain't musically inclined when it comes to that type of,
Right.
to Spanish music. So.
But you're not racist.
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I am.
I was just checking.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay.
I am. I didn't like it. I'm playing. I'm choking, you guys. All right, don't cancel RTB.
Right.
RTB Network. But it is what it is. Next year it'll be a K-pop singer. So
right.
we're gonna make our way around.
Yeah. So we'll see. I forget when they announce who the halftime show is.
They do it like at the beginning of the football season.
Okay. I know it's in Los Angeles again though. I don't know how we got it that fast again.
What you mean?
The Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's at the
SoFi again.
The place where the Chargers play rent.
Yeah. SoFi. Where the Chargers play rent.
I'm playing Chargers fans. It's a joke.
No. Who are Chargers fans now?
It's
not LA people.
A lot of people. LA out here in the Temecula Valley. I mean Temecula Valley out here.
It's not people from Los Angeles. Where
No.
they play.
No.
The people from San Diego don't want them no more.
They say
they didn't want to keep them.
Come on now, you hurting their feelings. They say every time the Chargers play a home game, it's always more away fans, like for the away team.
Yeah,
but they getting their own stadium. They gonna get it together. They gonna get it together.
Where?
They just, I'm out of it. You
Okay.
know what? You baiting me. I'm out of it. I will say, boy, they had some hopes of beating them Patriots. Boy, they just knew they were gonna beat y'all.
Yeah,
I heard that time and time again in the playoff.
Yeah. But
we get them.
Yeah, but I don't know. We didn't get to connect. We usually, like before we have our podcast, we usually connect on these sorts of issues. And
what issue?
Like in terms of like, something we're going to talk about on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
So it's funny that we didn't really actually get to talk about. I had no idea where you were going to land on.
Oh, I'm going there.
The halftime thing.
You know where I'm going.
Yeah.
I just know how I felt.
So in the whole moment of our whole busy schedule, I was like, oh man, like I gotta drop something since we can't get together right away. But I was like, I don't know how Travay feels, so let me make sure I'm talking for myself.
Yeah. Nah, it ain't even, no, I appreciate that you did that, but like, when I'm looking at it, like, once again, I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
I just know I didn't know none of the song. So that's just what it is.
Right.
But I'm lit, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if they get my wife hips moving,
right,
I'm moving
You're
with them
okay
hips.
with that.
I'm moving with them hips. You know what I mean?
The problem in my house is nobody hips is moving.
No, okay, see, boom. There you go. and that was a lot of people.
Right.
That was.
That just was.
Yeah.
That just was. And again, so I'm glad if you enjoyed it, I'm glad you enjoyed it. We love you.
We're not taking nothing away from nobody.
Taking nothing away from you.
No.
We love you anyway. And Mr. Bad Bunny, like, kudos to you, man.
But he did sell that dream though. Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah.
Did you see any of that? Like just like his story, bagging groceries.
I'm seeing a lot of different things. So I almost wonder. I kind of want him to say, and maybe he doesn't need to, but like I want him to say his version of what all that meant to him in terms of an interview or whatever. There's a few things that happened like beforehand. He said, I think they interviewed him 4 months in advance, and he said, "Oh, that gives the world 4 months to learn Spanish." Then he kind of retracted that and was like, "Well, I hope everyone dances," which I think is fair.
Yeah.
But I've seen all kind of breakdowns. And one gentleman did a very crazy breakdown where it made a lot of sense, a lot of history, even down to there's a guy with a taco truck that's in LA and he, had him come down and whatever.
It's fire.
There was an actual wedding there. All those things are beautiful. I love that. But at the end, his end synopsis was, it was a big fuck you to the United States. And that was like, why in the world, if you really even thought that, and I want to be clear, Bad Bunny has not said this.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really thought that, and you're on the train of supporting that Super Bowl in the way it was demonstrated, why in the world would you say that? Because you're just making the people that said that shouldn't have happened
feel more
validated.
Yeah.
You're validating that.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you should go to someone's house, inside someone's house.
This shit terrible.
and kick up your feet on their coffee table.
Yeah, this is terrible.
And that's exactly how I feel. Now, you got to remember, I am a first-generation American. My dad and my mom are not from here.
Mm-hmm.
And the first person that taught me to be proud of my country and where I live and where I come from is my parents.
Yeah.
My dad flew an American flag, and he served in our military right next to his Belizean flag.
Mm.
American flag first, because he lives here, and he chose that. And he made sure from an early age, he told me why he does that, even though he loves Belize, and Belize is always in his heart. He goes, if I lived in Belize, I would reverse it, and the Belize flag would be first.
Yeah.
Or just the Belize flag flown.
I live here.
But I live here, and I chose to have my kids here. So out of respect, America first. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going to walk away from that because that makes sense. It's the same concept of walking into someone's house and showing respect to their house. I might not like where you put your coffee table, but it ain't my house. Or that you don't have a coffee table, or that you have a rectangle coffee table instead of a round circle coffee. I don't know.
Enough about tables, man.
Okay. But you see what I'm saying? It's not your home. So like you don't get to dictate the rules. And I know that you could spin that off into this whole ICE stuff. We're not a political podcast. We ain't gonna get into that. But, there are rules of engagement here that need to be followed out of respect. If not, you can take it back to wherever you want to take it back to. That's what it is. And I say that to my people too. Like, if you're going to be here, then, you need to understand that you get to celebrate your culture. A beautiful thing about America is we get to be a melting pot and enjoy everyone's culture here freely and accept the parts. But if they don't want to accept all of it, they don't have to. And I say that even with hip hop. I say that with where I come from, because the way we behave in LA, I had to learn as I transitioned through life from being a little. Never mind. I'm gonna skip that part. From being who I was and where I came from, as I climbed through life, I had to change who I was, how I think. I had to grow and mature, especially as I moved from certain neighborhoods to certain neighborhoods, because then you don't fit in. And we as black folks, we like to go, oh, those white folks over there, those rich white folks, they don't like it when we over here. Yeah, because you disturbing the peace. You out here loud, acting all weird. You see anybody else acting like that? No, you don't. They're quiet. They're serene. They like their family environment. They don't want you blaring music all loud for everybody to hear all the lyrics.
Sorry, my neighbor.
Right? Like,
sorry.
Right? So, like, you keep it at respectable levels, right? So, like, you start learning things like that. You start learning to conduct yourself if you want to be a part of that environment. Because guess what? If you bring that environment over here, but you were attracted to that environment, you've just changed the environment. You're not a part of it. You changed it. So do you want to be a part of that environment or not?
And believe it or not, is one conversation away too.
Yeah.
I think in most cases, you get an idea about what's going on around you and not what it really is. So, i.e., how many people go up and even talk to their neighbors anymore?
Right.
So what I'm saying is, you can go and do it in a respectable way. Meaning, if this is what you want to do and who you want to be, and you want to live in that area, all you got to do is go have a conversation. My neighbor's party.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of time, what I'm saying is people are understanding.
Yeah, yeah.
But the gray area lies in no conversation. I think.
Even this, like I hate that we're so polarized, right? And this is kind of why we love our podcast and we love doing what we do. And I didn't tell you, but I was gonna have a guest on. I just couldn't get everything together in time, and I'll still have him on. And he's Hispanic, and he did not enjoy the Bad Bunny performance, and he's got his own reasons, and that's why I kind of wanted him on. And we had a long little exchange or whatever, but with everything going on, I couldn't really get back to him in time. So I apologize, JD, but I'll have you on maybe next week. But, I wanted to get his take on that. And I just think when things like that happen, just like last year, I want to have conversations about it. So I do want to hear from somebody that really enjoyed it. Yeah. I do want to hear from someone who didn't enjoy, who did enjoy it and didn't. I want to hear both. But and there was even, and we won't go into it and name names, but there was a local restaurant in town that there was a misunderstanding about what was going on with the halftime show. So in certain sections of their restaurant, apparently they played both halftime shows.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently somebody didn't like how that was being offered or how that was said. And I just read right before you got here, they explained a statement that they had about what their intentions were. And I was like, oh, I would hate to be a business owner and caught in the middle of this.
I mean, that sounds terrible.
And it sounds like they were trying to make everyone happy, but someone decided to take it as, oh, we got to be outside.
Oh, one was outside?
Yeah, because they have a patio area and and the indoor or whatever.
I like patio. That's why you can't drink. See, that's why I don't like that. That's why you don't need to be, and I know that person was probably drinking. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now.
Probably.
That's why you can't mix the two. Just don't mix the two.
But there's
I don't think it's that deep, but.
It's not that deep, but and you could take this to so many different levels, right? Like, first of all, as a business owner, if you don't want to play the halftime show, you don't got to. I mean, you could just turn off the TV if you want to, and people could be upset. I don't want to play it. You don't have to eat there, But I'm hearing all kind of crazy things. I'm hearing, one of the weirdest things that I'm hearing that's very polarizing to me is we're politicizing everything, and I don't want to get too deep into this because it gets a little too close to home.
Mm-hmm.
But like now, me living out here in wine country, there are people politicizing wine country.
Are you serious?
Don't go to this winery because they're MAGA or they don't like black people or whatever the hell. And I'm like, what?
You had an experience like that, then?
What?
About the little thing with Jen and the whole.
Oh yeah, that was a personal scenario. Yeah. But but everyone's been good to us. I don't have those issues, right? But I'm seeing it now. Like I'm even seeing it in social media where people are like, because we're so divided as a country. Oh, now and I want to be a part of bridging that gap. Yeah. I understand there are political things that need to be discussed. And if you're on one side and I'm on one side, that there's a little bit of a division, but we shouldn't be this divided. It's stupid.
Yeah.
To the point where you can't drink somebody's wine because they vote a single way. I've never walked into a winery and go, who did they vote for?
And what's crazy is, bro, I was just telling someone that on the way back from the mountains, I literally was just telling my wife that. I said, man, I hate that now. Like, people's first thought about someone they meet is how they voted,
right?
Or what way they swing,
right? Are they okay with LGBTQ or this or that? It's like that's none of your business for the most part.
You feel, and so for me, we really are losing our human touch, right? Bro. We really are.
Well, everything is done behind the keyboard now.
It's so weird,
right?
Bro.
And people will battle endlessly behind the keyboard and then say things. And I go, well, is that bringing us together? Or you think that causing this division is just going to freeze people out? You're not. You're just actually going to divide people and you're going to rebrand racism or becoming separatist.
Yep.
And go, those people over there and these people over there, and then give us some weird abstract reason to hate each other. We're not all supposed to be the same. It's okay.
It is.
And me personally, and you can say whatever you want to say about me being an alcoholic, I don't think we should be arguing over wine.
Oh, come on. That ain't got nothing.
Wine is meant to bring us together.
Yeah, wine is for sure. I think you ain't said nothing wrong. I didn't know what you were about to say right now. In any capacity, no, I approve this message. 100%. I mean, 100%, man. I just think we just got to do better.
We got to do better. We got to do better. Like, stop this lazy shit. Let's argue about some real shit.
I mean, I just don't.
Meanwhile, Epstein Island, people getting away with being on Epstein Island.
Don't get me started.
Okay,
bro.
I'm sorry.
Please, bro.
I'm sorry. That was a little nugget.
Please, bro. Because if you want to, that's both sides of the coin.
It sound like, it looked like.
It's, bro. And but I'm be real with you. Before you can even talk about that, a lot of people need to take care of some of their personal demons they got going on before you open that box. Because I'm be real with you. You get that going in your algorithm, and I personally did, it's real hard to get it up out there. It's really
hard to get it, yeah.
Once you get that going in your algorithm, boy.
You know what I did? I started a whole different YouTube account. I got one for when I want to get froggy with that, and I got my one for when I want to. It's my fun one that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And I got my educational one I got like 3 or 4 of them, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Because, bro, it get crazy.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I ended
But
up
I also
on somebody's page talking about something, the earth is flat.
yeah. I love those.
I ended up on somebody's page. I said, oh, Lord, I done went too far. I done went too far.
Hey, why is it always that post? There's always that post where like, or that meme or that whatever, where like you're like, oh man, I done got to that part of the internet.
Yeah, I'm too far.
I'm too far.
I'm too far.
Baby, save me. Save me.
Yeah. I just cut it
Go
off.
grab the kids.
No, I just cut it off. I go do something constructive.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to go do something else right
Lord.
now.
It's always something. It's always something, man. That happened to me actually this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It go quick.
I woke up, Jen and I kind of, we kind of were talking and whatever, bantering, whatever. And then like a little time went on. So I was like, okay, we're both up trying to start the day. And I started scrolling on Instagram. And next thing I know, I saw, and I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know. So let me preface that. Literally, there was a guy who was visiting a burger restaurant in Argentina. I'll send it to you when we get done.
I don't even know if I want to see it.
The name of so he's got the restaurant's got like these smash burger patties or whatever, and the buns are black, like kind of like the charcoal patties or buns or whatever. And he was like, the name of the burger joint in Argentina is called Big Burgers.
Yeah, but that's Argentinian.
So I was like, huh.
It's called Big.
Yeah. And so he walked in and he was like, they play really interesting music here. And it was Kendrick, Not Like Us. And like, just other, random hip hop music. Yeah, you know how it's spelled.
Like big.
Yeah.
Was it black on?
Yeah. No, it's not. No, it's not. They were Argentinians. And he ordered the burger, and like this guy, he was just a, social media person. He orders the burger. He's like, oh man, it's so big, it's so black, it's this, it's that.
Come on, bro.
And he tastes it. He's like, oh, it's succulent, it's this, it's that. So he was trolling the situation.
100%.
And I was like, is this a real restaurant? And then he shows the sign, says Big Burgers. And I told Jen, I said, man, if this ain't cultural appropriation, I don't know what is. This is so bad.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
bro.
but this is where we are now. This is where we are now, is that like we do things for shock value. It doesn't matter what culture it is. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. And I was like, man, that's so distasteful. That's so distasteful.
Big burgers is crazy, bro.
It is. It's diabolical work.
I hate this. It's a little funny.
So, but anyway, so when I saw it, I was like, the internet has defeated me today.
Yeah, it's time to go.
So I put it down. I got my ass in the shower.
Bro.
I was done.
I be having to just put my phone down for a few hours.
Yeah, I was like, I'm good. I did not look at my phone again until I went to breakfast with Haley and whatever, until you hit me up. I was like, I'm good on my phone.
Oh my
Big
Don't
burger
send
did
that
it
to
for
me. Don't send that to me. I don't want to see that, man. Sometimes I love everybody, but some of y'all be sending me stuff on Instagram. I be wanting to tell y'all, stop doing that.
Don't do that.
Don't send stuff to me, bro.
Why you hate my life?
Yeah, bro. Like some stuff I do want to be ignorant to.
Yeah,
a little bit.
There's a little mischievousness in there. You like, I want to troll somebody a little bit.
A little bit,
yeah.
bro.
I know that's gonna rub you just a little bit the wrong way, and that's kind of exciting for me.
But I don't want to. It's that line.
Yeah.
And I be right up on the fence.
But everybody's line is different.
Bro, some people line, of course, is right up on they,
Yeah.
super close.
Right.
You can get away with some stuff with me.
I usually don't get, for me, it's more so like, I just don't need to see that. There's very few things that actually bother me.
You.
And that kind of bothered me.
Yeah, Big Burger is crazy in Argentina.
Yeah. And me and Jen we started to have a conversation about it, and we were like,
why are we talking about it? That's what it ended up being?
Because it was Big Burger.
Like, bro. That's terrible.
It's stupid.
That's terrible, bro.
It's so terrible. But anyway.
I hope that place gets shut down.
I don't know. I know. I did exactly what you were doing.
Why?
It was, yeah. For why? I don't know.
Whatever. Anyway. How was your day?
I feel like your day was okay until I said that.
I'm actually good still. I would actually visit that place.
Would you?
I would.
Would you go buy a burger?
Yeah.
For real?
100%.
I would go stand in front of it.
I would go in there and buy a
I would go
burger
stand in front of it
and
just,
throw it right in the trash.
and I would just look at it and I would go,
This is where we are.
okay. And then I would leave.
This is where we are.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad. I would just look. I would go, Because I don't know if I'm supposed to be amused, flattered, or angry. I don't know.
It's a little bit of everything.
I don't know.
It's a little bit of everything, but I can't even say nothing positive right now. Anyway, any big plans for the rest of the year? Let's go with that.
Oh,
how's the fitness goal going?
Where are we? We're in February.
Yeah. Any Valentine's Day plans?
I'm taking my wife to go drink wine.
You taking your wine?
I'm taking my wine. My wine and my wife. No, I'm taking my wife to drink wine.
Where at?
I don't know yet. I think we might hit up 2 or 3 different places. I'm gonna splurge on her a little bit. She don't want nothing this year. So she's being amazing because we obviously like we just got married a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyone that's been newlyweds and had a decent sized wedding, finances go into that. So we still are being as frugal as we possibly can. And quite frankly, we tried going out exactly on Valentine's Day before. And
it never worked
out.
And
it was for the birds, bro.
You already told me. I went to, where did y'all go at? Well, y'all said it. We talked about this. Anyway,
yeah.
You said it ended up not being that good.
Yeah.
They messed up the food.
They messed up the food 3 times.
Yeah.
And this is a place where every time we go, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So, and then you kind of convinced me to try Savage, which we decided against for financial reasons.
Oh, our Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
This ain't even me bragging or trying to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
We're a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
It's a set
But
menu.
we were going to do it. We were going to do it, and I actually booked the reservation. Because, like, maybe right after you said that, I don't know if Chef was watching the pod or whatever, but like a week or 2 later, the advertisement went out with the reservation list, so I booked it. And I was like, okay, we're going to do that. And I was like, okay, but me being who I am as the man or whatever, I just booked it. And the wife was like,
no,
we don't need to spend that money, babe.
Yeah.
I understand what you're doing.
Thank you for being sweet.
Yeah, but we don't need that this year. Let's hold it down because, like, we work too hard, and I don't want you to have to work too hard.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. So I let it go early. And so she was like, look, let's just go drink some wine, find something nice to cook at home, and hang out with. We got the kids anyway. Let's just hang out with the kids. That's what I want. So that's why, I took my daughter out today, day before Valentine's Day, bought both of them chocolates and candy and, some balloons. Tomorrow she get her day. And then that's it, man. So just a little bit of wine because that's what she likes. So I was like, I could do that for my wife.
That's what she like. Yeah, well, I think I'm just gonna do like a dinner at home this year too.
Mm.
I'm gonna try to do my first tomahawk.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a tomahawk, some scalloped potatoes, maybe like some roasted Brussels sprouts, and some biscuits.
We went to a winery to meet a friend 2 weeks ago, and they have a very interesting take on Brussels sprouts. So they label them Brussels sprouts, but they only give you like the flakes, the leaves. Yeah, they're roasted and they would be delicious, but like it's like eating kale. Like, have you ever baked kale? Mm-hmm. I did, like, at one point when I was making kale chips. So it was like that. There's no actual Brussels sprouts it's just a big thing. And I'm like, what do you do with the actual Brussels sprouts then? To be determined. Yeah.
I don't know if I would like that.
I didn't like it. I'll tell you off camera exactly which winery that is.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I actually like Brussels sprouts. I don't know how I feel about that.
I wasn't, yeah. But everything else was good. Like, their wine is okay. They're not our favorite winery. Their food was pretty good. Mm-hmm. But those.
Are you allowed to say your favorite winery on camera?
I don't want to.
Okay, all right. Fair.
I don't want to just because I like to keep a few things close to the vest. Right. If you can find me, you find me. Say hello, man. Yeah.
That's fair.
I don't like to blow up the spot. I didn't want to blow up Savage, but they're a good friend of the family and all that. But they deserve.
And I work here.
Yeah,
I work here. Yeah. I work for RTB. I work here. Yeah. We try to keep the cat in the bag.
Yeah.
for like 4 episodes.
Well, I mean, when both owners come on your podcast and they just tell you like,
Travay knows.
Yeah, Travay knows. He was
like-
there yesterday.
Cat's out the bag.
Fuck it. We're gonna run with it.
Any other updates, life wise?
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fitness.
working on it. Still working on it. Actually, I don't know if you could hear it in my voice. Caught my first cold in the year. It's going around. I don't know. Everyone getting sick from what I could tell.
I was congested real bad about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So it's been off and on, and almost felt like COVID, but it ain't. But but with that came body aches and stuff like that. So been a little hard to do a few things. But I've been getting out there with Nate because Nate's got some goals to play soccer by summer.
Yeah, you tell me.
Yeah, so we working really hard on that. So we getting out there, we trying to move a little bit, but it's been slow progress. Nothing too crazy.
Okay.
What about you? I mean, how is it going with the whole? I know you're trying to like keep it dry for the most part. Like what? First of all, like what gave you the thought process to go? You know what? I think I'm gonna take a break on drinking for a little bit.
I don't know.
What was that
man.
moment? Like as a young person, you don't see young people do that.
Just wanting more. I think everything stems from me just wanting more. And I'm just tired of doing the same thing. Like I feel like my life is being kind of like a cycle.
Okay.
Do I think I'm a good person? At times.
Do you think it slowed you down from like accomplishing your goals?
I think I was using drinking as like a reason. I was using drinking as a reason to not get stuff done. And also as a reason to say I'm a part of every room. So like if we had something at the house, like I would make cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
But then I would make the excuse to myself and be like if I was telling myself I wasn't trying to drink, I would say, but man, they coming over. It's impolite for me not to drink with them in my house.
Right.
Whoever them is. Mm-hmm. Or we will go out to get pizza and I will go, I'm not drinking. But then everybody would get a beer or we would get a pitcher of beer. Mm-hmm. And all it took was for one person to say, Travay, grab a pint.
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
I'll just have one.
You don't got to twist my arm. And then even at the crib, with the drinking was like, I'm at the house. So let's say I had a super productive day. I put all this stuff on my to-do list. I did everything. I feel good. I worked out. I probably ran. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden at like 5 o'clock, like I just hear a voice in the back of my head like, make yourself a cocktail. Mm-hmm. Just one. And then I had that one. Mm-hmm. And then I started correlating having a cocktail in the evening to me being more responsive to my wife. And then it gets kind of like a little fishy.
Right.
Because like, I was like, I had this drink. Even if me and her like didn't agree on something, I was like, I'm just going to have a drink. It's going to relax me. I'll be ready to hear what she got to say. And it's going to make me a more productive husband.
Then you like, why do I have to have a drink to have a conversation with my wife or to like even hang out with my wife?
It was a lot. And like I was starting to categorize everything.
Right.
Like I was making a reason for why I was drinking.
Right.
That's when it was kind of like,
So you're not alone. So like the few times I have also taken a break, which we talked about, those things were happening also. And it's all what's the word? It's in the background. It's subliminal. You don't ever go, I need this drink to talk to my wife. You would just feel the pressure and go, I'm stressed. And you would make up these reasons. And I realized at times, I would be, if I was working later, it's like 5 o'clock. Jen's like already calling me. I'm on the way home. I'm still working. I know I'm going to have to be working for a few hours. And the kids are already home. They're doing whatever they're doing. And she's like, I'm bringing dinner home. Like, okay. I would literally make myself a cocktail while I'm sitting there editing files. And I'm sipping my cocktail. I'm editing audio. And I'm like, did I need to have a cocktail while I was working? See, it's a little easier because I work for myself. I don't have to be in the office. I don't have to do anything. I can drink whenever I want.
But that cocktail almost adds a little more spunk to your voice, right? It almost adds like a little, as you're sitting there doing your work.
I mean, I've been doing what I do for so long. I don't need no liquid courage for it.
But I'm talking about your internal process. You know what I mean? It's not hurting me.
I mean, I don't.
You know what I mean?
I'm so blurry on that because even my time as a rapper and all, I did it all. Like I've made records while I was drunk, while I was on the way to getting drunk, when I just had one cocktail, whatever. I've done it, right? And it's like it's all different. And then there's that thought process that like, oh my God, like you're so much more creative and whatever. Honestly, I think the best things I've ever done, I did sober, personally. And I had to fight, like the few times that we did something and I was under the influence. And there's a difference between like I'm drinking and we're drinking and we're doing this music versus like I'm loaded. So I'm talking about when I'm loaded, I had to fight to be able to do what I was doing. And then I was able to center myself, but like, why run uphill? You know what I mean? Like it just kind of was a waste of time. And it's a bad habit, but you're young, you're in your early 20s, no children, no nothing.
Tough to beat.
It was what it was.
Tough to beat.
But, I had all the same things that she was saying. It's kind of crazy to hear you say it. And, we talk about this a lot off camera. I think what you're doing is very powerful, to be intentional that way, because it becomes a slippery slope because you start from a place where this is harmless.
You do.
And it's great to control. My dad always tells me that, like, control your habit. Don't let your habits control you. So the fact that you're getting a hold on it for what that does for you and saying, I can take a break, I think is to be commended. And I think some people should, look inward, because it might not be alcohol. It could be something else.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the way you consume entertainment.
It could be your sexual desires.
It could be your sexual desires. It could be a lot of things.
And so, like, that's why, it was a post. I'll tell you what sparked it. I remember I was watching a podcast, the Secret to Success podcast with Eric Thomas. He a motivational speaker. I remember I was listening to that podcast, and CJ, who is the host of the podcast, said, a man or a woman who cannot control their appetite, food, that could be food,
Ooh.
That could be money, that could be anything. He was like, an individual who cannot control their appetite, usually in time, that uncontrolled their appetite causes them to not reach their potential. Like it causes them to not get to where even if they did good in life, it causes them to either stumble or come all the way back down the mountain.
Right.
And so when I heard that, and I just started thinking about me, who I am as an individual, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. It just hit home, and it could be different for everybody.
Right. The difference for me is I found myself in that moment, I was able to balance it out. And sometimes if things happen unfavorably after the house went quiet, everyone's asleep, I would come back out, have a cocktail. It'd be like 11, 12 at night. I put on some YouTube.
Same.
And I'll have that one or two cocktails. And then I realize every now and then it slipped into 3 cocktails. I go to bed. Everything's fine. I'm a little slower with getting up the next morning. Just a little bit. Not enough for anyone to notice.
Yep.
But enough for me not to want to do very much.
Yep.
I get everybody out the door. And it's taking me a little longer. It's a little more energy. So I'm skating uphill again. And I just got tired of doing that. And I'm like, why are you skating uphill? Because there's no reason to be drinking on a Tuesday night. Right? So then I realized, okay, if you don't have a problem, put it down and see if it's a problem or not.
We already talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about it, right? So then I put it down, but then you see where my liquor area is. I walk past it and he'd be like, hello.
Come back.
Hello.
You know you miss me.
Hey.
It's me.
Yeah. It would just whisper to me a little bit, and I'm like, oh, so it was a little bit of a problem.
Yeah.
So when I completely forgot about it, and I could walk by it and not think of it, When I realize a week and a half thing gone by and I'm good, I'm like, okay. So that way when my wife goes, you want to go to Savage tonight? I'm like, yeah, I could do that. I could have a cocktail. It's fine. And I've been fine ever since. So now
you got a nice hold on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a grip on it.
Only when I want it.
And that's
because I want to be able to enjoy. Like, that's the thing. That's Jen and I keep telling ourselves that. That's the thing, especially as we get older, you know, to be able to enjoy things and don't have to have it ripped from us is important. Because we like to have a good time.
I like that.
We like to be able to go to Savage and have as many cocktails as we want and be responsible. You know, like the last couple times we went to Savage, we actually booked a private Uber so that we can just do whatever and go home, you know, because we didn't have kids that weekend, and be like, okay, it's fine. And be done.
Yep.
Wake up the next morning, take a walk. We go on a hike, you know, things like that. But if your health isn't in order, your habits aren't in order, you know, that's why I'm in process of, like, again, still trying to lose this weight and reverse a lot of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got so many personal examples of that, of like people in my family, friends in my, you know, in my life who they let their habits get the best of them.
Yep.
And I refuse to be one of those people. So I'm fighting the good fight, you know, trying to reverse a lot of bad habits that came with culture, pride, my own lack of discipline, you know, all of it. And we all get there, and there's no shame in that. The shame is losing because you decided not to do anything about it. So I'd rather die fighting the good fight and say, at least he tried, than to just go, I just accepted and just didn't care until something happened to me. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every time, like, you and I have an exchange and you go, hey, man, I feel good today because I still haven't done that thing. I'm happy for you. What I'm waiting to hear is nothing. That's when I know you beat it.
Yeah.
When you don't go, it's been day so-and-so.
Yep. No, 100%. Exactly.
When it's just a regular day in the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
And I'm chilling.
And you just chilling.
Yep.
Then I know he got it.
That's all it is.
Because that's when I know it clicked for me. Is when I didn't even realize I wasn't thinking about it at all. It just wasn't a part of life.
Yep. I want to get back to that.
Yeah.
Yep. Same.
So you fighting a good fight, man. I love that for you. So that's exactly why, you know, when I was going through what I was going through and you were like, yo, I'll be there. I was like, no. As your brother, I'm not willing to let you
go there,
right. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
We don't get too deep in that. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts. Not for real.
Even in that moment.
But I got you.
I know. But we ain't got to do all that. You know what I mean? So I think that's just how people should support each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, man.
Look, y'all don't know what's going on, and that's good. Y'all need to know everything. With that being said, I'm good. I love y'all. We'll see you next week.
I didn't even say it yet. Raise the bar.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Raising the Bar with Ra and Travay. If you like what you heard, do us a favor and share the podcast with a friend. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast also. New episodes every Wednesday. You can leave us a comment on the episodes where you stream them on Instagram at rtb.podcast or send us a direct email at rtb.podcast25@gmail.com. That's rtb.podcast, the number 25 @gmail.com. See you next week.